Hey, good morning, everybody. Whew, it's Monday and we're starting off a week. Feels like the world's different this week, doesn't it? Some of you know what I mean. Some of you, maybe the world just kept spinning for you, and I'm glad for you. But hey, we got nowhere to go but back to the Word. So that's what we're going to do this morning. Of course, we're going to bring our coffee with us. A little bit of that Black Rifle Freedom Fuel this morning because it's going to be a week. But let's read. When Jesus had finished giving instruction to his 12 disciples, he departed from there to teach and preach in their cities. Now, when John, while imprisoned, heard of the works of Christ, he sent word by his disciples and said to him, "Are you the expected one, or shall we look for someone else?" Jesus answered and said to him, "Go and report to John what you hear and see. The blind receive sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he who does not take offense at me." As the men were going away, Jesus began to speak to the crowd about John. "What did you go into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken in the wind? But what did you go out to see? A man dressed in soft clothing? Those who wear soft clothing are in kings' palaces. But what did you go to see? A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and one who is more than a prophet. This is the one about whom it was written, 'Behold, I send my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way before you.' Truly I say to you, among those born of women, there has not arisen anyone greater than John the Baptist. Yet the one who is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and violent men take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if you are willing to accept it, John himself is Elijah, who was to come. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. But to who shall I compare this generation? It is like the children sitting in the marketplace, who call out to the other children and say, 'We played the flute for you, and you did not dance. We sang a dirge, and you did not mourn.' For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he has a demon. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, 'Behold, a gluttonous man and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners.' Yet wisdom is vindicated by her deeds." So, kind of see two separate things here. First one, a lot of people look and they say, "Oh, John the Baptist was starting to doubt because he was in prison." But Jesus didn't berate him for it. He didn't say anything negative about it. Matter of fact, he reassured him. He helped pump up his faith. And then he went in even further to tell the crowd, well, basically how proud he was of John the Baptist. He goes on to say, "Truly I say to you, among those born of women, there has not arisen anyone greater than John the Baptist." That's very high praise. So don't worry. Every once in a while, your faith is gonna waver a little bit. You're gonna wonder, is this the Jesus that we're supposed to be following? Am I doing the right thing? You know what? Keep following him. Remember all the things that Jesus has done. I find it interesting that as that list elevated, moved on, poor receive sight, lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised up. That's it. And the poor have the gospel preached to them. Sometimes that little thing is the actually important thing. The last thing I'll say to you is don't be mad if people don't appreciate what you're doing. And don't sit and argue with them. Don't throw your pearls before the swine. John came fasting, not eating, not drinking, and the religious folk at that time said he has a demon. Jesus came eating, drinking, giving the word to tax collectors and other sinners. And they said he was a gluttonous. Well, they're not going to be happy. They're always going to find something negative to say because they fear the word of God. They don't want to have themselves seen in the mirror or have to come to grips with the way they're walking. Don't worry about it. Don't let it get you down. Keep believing. Keep doing what you're called to do because that's what's important. I'm going to leave you with that. Go out in this world. Do the best you can. Stay safe. Stay free.